It's a wonderful day here in Turin, and we are talking about the future, the innovation, the mobility, and we are ready between these tracks to be in a new environment. I want to introduce, I'm Fabrizio Goria, a financial reporter from La Stampa, the main Italian daily here from Turin. And I want to introduce one of the keynote speakers that would be probably one of the most interesting speech of the day. I want to introduce Bernardo Bertoldi, professor of economics and business management from the University of Turin, and for his keynote speech. We are talking about the future of mobility, and we are, as you probably know, in a very difficult environment between growth, between several kind of climate emergency. And Mr. Bertoldi, maybe you can share with us how the mobility, how the smart mobility, how the sustainable mobility can be a solution for us. Please, welcome.
Thank you, Fabrizio. There is no reason why my speech should be the most interesting of the day, especially because being a professor, my characteristic is to be usually boring and long. I was asked to discuss about the future of mobility and the strategy and business model in the future of mobility within 10 minutes. As you already have understood during the day, there is a lot of discussion and a lot of unknown things about what will be the future. Therefore, in 10 minutes, what I can do is just do what professors are good at, making questions. And then I will leave to the wonderful duets that will follow me the answers. My speech is a title that somewhere you already see, is Coffee, Popcorn, Pizzas, and the Future of Mobility. So we will discuss about food in some ways. And we will discuss about food because we have to understand how an industry is evolving, and we need examples. So if I can have my chart. That is something that is necessary for a professor to live with. This is how Iveco is seeing the future of mobility and the changes in the industry. It's a chart, it's not my chart, and you can easily understand because it's a good chart. And the idea at the end is what we discussed in this morning. Everything is changing, the needs, the targets for the emission, and this will take a complete change in how the industry will be shaped. What we know in management studies is that when an industry changes, the road of this changing is shown by the customer and its willingness to pay. What the customer wants, the job that he is hiring a product to, is defining where the industry will go. Also, when there will be huge technology shift, the customer is leading the demand. I know that we have an industry shift that is probably pushed by someone else outside the system, the targets of the zero emission and so on and so forth. But at the end, we must find new ways to do something that the customer wants, that is ready to pay for. This willingness to pay is something that is not based on technology, on product, it's based on the customer. Theodore Levitt, is the founder of the marketing theory, used to say that the people don't want a quarter-inch drill, they want a quarter-inch hole. So they hire a product to do something. And this theory took to a second, probably we have 4 or 5 theories in the management academic area, so it's very easy. But the second one is the law of the conservation of attractive profits. It's a law invented by Clayton Christensen. Everybody knows it because he invented the disruptive innovation theory that we already heard 3 or 4 times this morning and this afternoon. But Clayton created this law saying, in a system in which there is a number of players that are doing something for which the customer is ready to pay, is willing to pay, the profit pool will remain the same. There will be attractive profits. What I learned today is not only a system, is an infrastructure, because Luca take into the consideration of the complexity in the mobility industry of the infrastructure. So in a system and in an infrastructure where there is a number of players who is providing something, a quarter-inch hole, for which a customer is willing to pay, there will be profits. The real question is, who is getting the profits? The simple strategic question coming from Porter is, how I have a performance above the industry average, above my competitors. And here comes the first food solution, that is the coffee. Why? Because we were used to consume coffee in this way. And we were paying roughly 8 cents per cup. Then someone came up with this idea, and we were ready. I perfectly know that now you are paying 16 cents for the Bourbon coffee. But at the beginning of the industry shift, we were paying €1 or $1 for the coffee pots. Why? Because we want to drink the coffee in the real espresso way. And we were ready to pay the same amount we were paying at the bar, if you were in Europe, where Lavazza launched the Lavazza Blue, the first coffee pod machine system, or if you were in the US, you were ready to pay $1, the price of the coffee at Starbucks, using the Keurig system, invented by 2 Swedish students at Harvard, and now a multi-billion company in US. So that's just to say that not always incumbents win. Why we pay €1? Because we are willing to pay €1 for the espresso experience at home. Who did this? Take, for example, Nestlé. He created an espresso, and he had to solve a very complex problem to give something to the customer that is willing to pay. So what they did, an integrated system, meaning the machine, the pots, the coffee within the pots, the retail. You have to go to buy in the Nespresso shops the cups. There were not distribution. You need to understand how it's working. You have to position to the customer the espresso experience. So we have important actors doing huge advertising on the coffee espresso experience. And everything was integrated because there is no solution at the time that was divided in pieces. You have to invent something, it's very difficult, you have to put together everything. And the idea of getting partnership, find different solutions, test those solutions, is exactly the way in which at the beginning the industry shift is making things happen. Trying through an integrated system to solve a new problem for the customer. A problem that is important for him and that is not enough satisfied at the moment. And so we increase the willingness to pay of the customer. So the first question for who is coming after me is, which is the solution that will Iveco have to convince his customer to pay times 10, from 8 cents to 1 euros. It's something that it's already happened. And to be honest with you, it's happening in a number of industries. Some of you are paying more than 100 euros for the Netflix subscription. And I know you are not so happy to pay the subscription at the national Italian television. That, by the way, is same price. It's by now, it's 30% less. You are willing to pay, in that case, 30% more. In the coffee, times 10. That's the question. I don't have any idea about the answer, but I know that someone coming from the left, when I will leave from the right, will have some answer. Then there is the second question. The only two questions you have to ask to answer when you make strategy. How to create value, how to capture value. Who is getting the value? So who is getting the value is that when you create this integration, when you make the bundle, you bundle things together, you can bundle popcorns or pizzas. And we come at the end of our food example. Why? When you go to the cinema, you pay for popcorns roughly, on average, 4, 5, 6 euros. It's an incredibly premium price vis-à-vis the standard popcorn you can buy on the street. That usually is 2 or 3 euros. Why you pay that premium price to bundle together the movie and the popcorn? Because who is providing you that solution is giving you something that you cannot do alone. Why? Because if you don't buy the bundle and you want to bundle yourself that solution, you have to go to the movie, buy the tickets, then exit the movie, find a popcorn shop that is not so common, buy the popcorns, hot popcorns, and take the hot popcorns to the movie again, to the movie theater. So there is a lot of work there. Then someone, the founder of AMC, the first movie theater chain in US, say, I can solve this problem better for my customer. And he is willing to pay a premium price for the solution I'm bundling together, popcorns and pizzas. In the same place, in the same night, the same customer will buy pizzas at a huge discount. In Italy, usually is 10 euros, cinema più pizza più bibita. Why I'm buying the same customer in the same evening is buying another bundle, not cinema plus popcorns, cinema plus pizzas, at a so huge discount. Because that job is something that the customer can do alone. He can exit the movie theater and choose hundreds of pizzerias in Italy. So if you bundle me something that I can do alone, I buy the bundle at discount. I will be happy to buy pizzas and cinema, but I want to buy together only if I have a discount. So the real second question is, which will be the bundle that we will put together, finding a solution for the customer that will be sold at a premium price? Because if we find solutions that are popcorns, we will make money. We will make more money than the others in the industry. If we find bundled together solutions that are pizzas, we will have to discount that solution, and we will not make more money than the others in the industry. So we will have to find solutions that are based on the integration of a system, coffee, machine, it's a good example. You use the machine every morning, so you can remember that integrating is important in the first phase of the industry. Now the coffee system is disintegrated. But at the beginning, the problem was so complex that to solve the problem for the customer, you need the integration. The second point is you have to create a popcorn solution and not pizza solutions. If you do coffee plus popcorns, you will win in this difficult environment that is incredibly changing. I have 46 seconds remaining, but I finished my speech, so thank you very much. And I'm very happy to finish on time because I never give a speech in 10 minutes, so